Hey everyone, today we have two of the best noise cancelling earbuds going head to head, the AirPods Pro versus Momentum True Wireless 3. Now both buds retail for $249, but you can generally get the AirPods Pro a little bit cheaper. They've been out for quite a lot longer. So let's see how they compare. We're gonna cover everything today, because as usual here, we're going in depth. Let's get into another peak ear review. All right, let's start with how the buds fit, and when it comes to comfort, the AirPods Pro easily get the win. To put it simply, they're just the most comfortable true wireless earbud you can currently get, with their ear tips that don't really dig into your ear canal at all, and compact size that should work with people that also have smaller ears. The Sennheiser are still really comfortable for me. I can wear them for over 3 hours with no discomfort. It just feels like there's more in the ear canal, where with the AirPods Pro, it feels like there's nothing really in your ear. And for example, on the Sennheiser, I tested them on my girlfriend. She has much smaller ears than I do, and they fit her okay, but nowhere near as good as it fit me. But now when it comes to how secure the fit is, the easy win now goes to the Sennheiser. So when it came to weight training, that's always the ultimate test. Lying down for bench press, leaning over for rows, clenching my jaw through those hard sets. It's very easy for buds to kind of budge out of the ear. With the Sennheiser, no issues at all. There's no way they're gonna fall out, and they barely budge out of my ears in my workouts. Compared to the AirPods, where they definitely won't fall out of my ears, but I'm constantly having to readjust those earbuds when I'm exercising. Even if I'm talking to someone or eating some breakfast, for example, the buds slowly budge out to the point of not falling out, but pretty annoying for the AirPods Pro. That's just for me. It's different for everyone. Just let you know what's happened for me. The only issue on the Sennheiser is when walking, mainly running, the buds move up and down in the ear canal slightly, creates slightly more noise than the AirPods Pro. But if you like using your buds when training, both have an IPX water resistant rating, so fine for sweat, splashes of water, use in the rain. You just can't submerge either bud in water. Now when it comes to battery life, in my test at 70% volume on an iPhone XS with noise cancelling on, the Sennheiser I got 8 hours and 9 minutes. AirPods Pro I got 4 hours and 42 minutes. Easy win for the Sennheiser there. In terms of fast charge though, the AirPods will give you 1 hour's playback with 5 minutes of charging in the case, compared to the Sennheiser, 10 minutes will only give you an hour's playback. And both cases wirelessly charge, but if you're looking for the more compact case, the AirPods Pro, it's still one of the most compact cases you can get in the noise cancelling true wireless world, but you are getting more total battery life on the Sennheiser. Now when it comes to controls, it's kind of touch controls versus force touch. And if I was to only choose one, I prefer force touch, because it kind of takes away the accidental ability to activate your touch controls. For example, when you like grab your earbud, chuck it in your pocket, or just hold it. With touch controls, there's just a higher chance of accidentally pressing something and like playing your music or adjusting volume or something. But that is bringing me to the pro of the Sennheiser, is that you get complete customization of each individual touch control function in the app. So this means you can control everything, your play, pause, your ambient controls, as well as your volume control, which you sadly can't get on the AirPods Pro, and you probably never will. They probably want you to use Siri for it, which you can do, but I like being able to adjust it with my fingers. So Sennheiser gets the win there, but when it comes to in-ear detection, I'm giving the win to the AirPods Pro, just because when you take one earbud out with noise cancelling on, the earbud that's still in your ear, noise cancelling will turn off, where on the Sennheiser, noise cancelling will stay on, so you have noise cancelling on in one ear. Sounds a little bit weird. Now, connectivity wise, here's what you're getting. Basically, if you use your AirPods Pro, even with Bluetooth 5.0, it's a little bit outdated. They work great with Apple devices, where the Sennheiser with the aptX and aptX Adaptive, that's gonna give you some superior connectivity and streaming quality with Android devices. Another pro of the AirPods is if you use Apple devices, you get seamless switching between your devices. So I use mine on my iPhone and my MacBook. It's not perfect, but it does work really well. With Sennheiser, multi-point connection is coming with a future update. Contacted Sennheiser, they don't know when, but they told me it's coming, so there you go. It's not here now though. AirPods win. Thankfully though, on both pairs, if you want to use one earbud while the other rests in the case, you can do that on both earbuds, and they both work in mono mode. So you're gonna hear both audio channels coming out of the one earbud that you are using. Now when it comes to latency with watching videos, both pairs have barely any latency to see. When it comes to gaming, the AirPods Pro on Apple devices has some really low latency, with no low latency or no gaming mode to be seen. Another benefit of using them on Apple devices. But here are my detailed latency results I got on both iOS and Android, so you can see the differences there. Basically, to sum it up, if you're into shooters and stuff like that, you want to get around 200 milliseconds. For more casual games, as long as you're below 400 milliseconds, you'll be fine. But now let's jump on over to the indoor and outdoor microphone comparisons. All right, so here is a microphone test with the Sennheiser Momentum 3 True Wireless earbuds, and I'm in a nice quiet room here at the moment. All right, so here's a microphone test with the AirPods Pro. I'm just in a nice quiet room here at the moment. Now I've got some crowd simulation noise playing off the bookshelf speakers right behind me. to mimic what it will be like to be on a phone call in a noisy environment. Now I've got some simulation crowd noise being played off the bookshelf speakers right behind me to mimic what it would be like to be on a phone call in a noisy environment. All right, so here we are in the outside world with the Sennheiser Momentum 3 True Wireless earbuds on a nice busy motorway here right now with cars going 100 kilometers an hour. All right, so here we are in the outside world with the AirPods Pro on a nice busy motorway here right now. It's incredibly loud, so if you can hear my voice well and not the cars, that's a good thing. All right, before we talk about noise cancelling, a quick little drop my Instagram here. If you want to stay updated with behind the scenes action of me, my audio ventures, the link is down below on the noise cancelling. And how I test my noise cancelling to keep it even across the board. On my soundbar, I chuck on some simulation plane noise, train noise, and crowd noise. And that has a subwoofer, so I get nice high end and nice low end frequencies. And here's my ANC ranking, so you can see all the buds that I've tested. It's a clear win for the Sennheiser, but do keep in mind the AirPods Pro came out quite a while ago, and they still are one of the best noise cancelling earbuds you can get, but the win goes to the Sennheiser. They aren't miles better than the AirPods, but it's a solid 15% difference. Now, when it comes to how much wind noise is let in through the microphones with noise cancelling on, the Sennheisers have the advantage of having a wind noise reduction mode, which will completely cut out any wind coming in through the microphones. Sadly, this will reduce the noise cancelling performance by about 50%. Compared to the AirPods Pro, they don't have this feature, but even without it, they still don't let too much wind noise in through the microphones. So it's kind of a tie there. This also happens with the transparency mode on the Sennheisers. They let in a lot of wind noise through it, and overall the AirPods Pro just still have the best transparency mode. It's a lot more natural. It kind of feels like you're not even wearing earbuds. I rate them a solid 10 out of 10. Where the Sennheisers are still okay in their quality, I rate them about an 8 out of 10 though. The AirPods get the win there. But now let's talk about the exclusive features you get with each earbud. Starting with the Sennheisers, you get better app support, the fully customizable controls, EQ customization, and a sound zones feature, which allows you to basically set presets of your EQ and your ambient controls based on certain locations you visit. So when you visit that location, it'll automatically change those settings. But the AirPods give you that seamless switching between Apple devices. You got spatial audio and always on Siri, which is a very beneficial one. I don't really use AirPods Pro. I use my AirPods 3 when I'm like cooking, and I just set timers without having to use my hands. It's kind of convenient. It's quite a nice feature. So if you use the AirPods with an Apple device, which I assume you would, I'm giving AirPods a win there. If you want to use AirPods on an Android device, I don't know why, then Sennheiser would win, but yeah. Now, before we talk about sound quality, quickly touching up on volume, both buds are ridiculously loud at 100% volume. You don't have to go above 80%. Above that, you're in kind of hearing loss territory on both pairs. But if you're looking for low level listening, only the AirPods Pro have some really nice low volume on those first few clicks, where the Sennheisers, even on the first click of volume, are still kind of loud. Okay, now onto the sound quality itself, and at least for my taste, it's no contest. The Momentum 3s are clearly better. The Sennheisers have a more bass and treble focused tuning, where the AirPods have a more natural kind of mid-focus tuning. And I know a lot of people love the sound of the AirPods, and I gotta give it to them. They're clean, they have really nice instrument separation, nice soundstage, and nice forward vocals. But we all have different preferences. It's just not for me. I like the bass response much more on the Momentum 3s. There's a decent amount of both sub bass, and there's noticeably more mid bass, which just pushes out a much richer and fuller sound. And even though the mid range is slightly recessed compared to the AirPods, vocals still come through nice and clear, and at times sound a little bit more natural. And with the extra mid bass on the Sennheisers, I also found male vocals to have a little bit more depth. The treble on the Sennheisers also has a little bit of extra pizzazz, bit more sparkle and detail, but the treble on the AirPods, very nice, barely gets harsh even when you're like really cranking those buds at high volumes. The Sennheisers can get slightly harsh since the treble is boosted a little bit, but I do like a little bit of boosting in my treble. But again, you are getting better instrument separation on the AirPods, and when it comes to soundstage, both are really great. I have to say it's pretty much on par. So like I said, it comes down to personal preference, but if you like a little bit of extra bass, but want to retain as much clarity as you possibly can, the Sennheisers are the best I've ever reviewed. Plus, you're getting the EQ customization, so you can tailor the sound a little bit more to your liking. You also have some special EQ presets. The bass boost is just going to give you over-the-top boomy bass, which is very fun to have on. And you also have a podcast option, which brings the bass down, boosts the mids ever so slightly, and it brings the tuning down to slightly more neutral, but still has a bit more life to it than the AirPods Pro tuning. Now, to explain the sound a little bit further, I'm going to run through my genre rating checklist and basically going to let you know which pair I think works better with each individual genre. As you can probably tell, the Sennheisers are going to win for pretty much everything, except for Psytrance. I'm going to chuck into Ty. Found the more natural tuning and instrument separation on the AirPods Pro to still work really well with Psy. And I'm also tying movies and podcasts because that extra boosting in the mids really allows voices to come through nice on the AirPods, but both are really good. So to wrap it up here, like I said, the AirPods Pro are still one of the best noise cancelling earbuds you can get. even though they've been out for quite a while now, and they're obviously the best when you use them with Apple devices. One of the smallest cases, solid noise canceling, and they still have the best comfort. But if that's not important to you and you like a little bit of extra bass, but still some nice clarity with your sound, the Sennheiser are the best you can currently get. At least from what I've tested. There's probably buds I haven't tried, but that wraps it up for today. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out all my other Momentum 3 comparisons right here. But in the meantime, stay picky. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.